Okay, today is March 7th, 2015, and just to show you what the neighborhood looks like here. This is the snow that we have for what's left over of it anyway. Some of it's melted down already. I don't think you can appreciate how deep this is right here, but it's this on the side of the road is above my waist. I can't really show you that, but it is. And looking down through, that's my house and my backyard, and you can see a bit of the snow on the roof. That snow on the edge of the roof right there is, I'd say it's at least 18-20 inches deep. So let's take a walk around. It's my dogwood tree. In the front, you can see where that branch is coming off. That branch where it intersects to the tree is probably 2 feet above the ground. So there's at least 24 inches of snow there. I'll let the cars go by. There's not a whole lot of room here for me to be standing on the road. The edges of the road are definitely narrowed down. It's a beautiful day today. Right now we've got about 32 degrees. It was down around 10 or 15 degrees last night. Here's my mailbox. The snow actually was above the top of the mailbox. I've got a picture of that in the house later. I'll show it to you. But there's some ice still on the house. And here's my snowbanks on the side. Now, this snowbank right here is above my head. And this one on this side, you can see as I'm driving my car out of the driveway, I can't see down the road. And this snowbank is also above my head. You can see the shadow. It's early in the morning, so this is above my head. This whole thing, the snow blower won't blow the snow above that anymore. And I'm walking on about 2 inches of ice in my driveway. We'll take a look around here and see how that snow is piled up. And see my truck back there, and that snowbank that we were just looking at is piled up. You can see where I snowblowed over the top of it as much as I could. Right here I have a little lilac bush. It's almost completely buried in the snow. Let's take a look around. Now the driveway, I wasn't able to keep that cleared down to the pavement, but this is from the last time the plow came through. It's threw a little bit back into the driveway. But I got plenty of room for the cars, not a problem. This is where I've been blowing all the snow to in the last couple of storms. Is on this side over here, because I can still get up there with the snowblower. That's probably, I don't know, I'm standing on 2 inches of ice anyway. And this is up, it's above my belly button. So I'm going to say this is probably about 4 feet deep. You can see to the car. So it's 3.5, 4 feet deep. And coming up to my house here, I can't get to my front door. It's funny because I had a delivery from Amazon right before the first blizzard, and they said that they delivered to the front door, and I told them, like, there's no way that I can get there. There's actually a couple of chairs on the front deck. If you can sort of kind of see, like right there, that's a couple of chairs and some icicles. And this has come down considerably. This was the same height as the railing, and up there, right up in that corner, you can't see it right now, but there's a massive ice dam right up in there. I can't wait for this to all melt away and see what kind of damage that we're running into there. So, walk around the back. Basically the way in and out of the house is through the garage doors, and I've maintained a pathway here. Now my truck, I'm not getting that out of there for a while. That's melted down considerably too, because the pile on top of the truck there was a lot higher than that shows right now. And let's see, you know, where's the back of, there we level out there, it's almost up to the back of my truck. Granted, it's a small truck, it's not a big 4x4 truck, but that's still 30 inches or so deep. The walkway is not a paved walkway, that is ice, all solid ice there. And this ice is at least an inch thick of solid ice, and possibly more. And I keep maintaining these pathways so that I can get around. So I get into the back door that way, and from the back door, well, I can't get to the back deck now. There's still, along the back of the house, there's these massive ice dams up there. I've never had ice dams before, but all along the back is massive ice dams. And that's my back deck. And the deck, that deck is, it's about 3 feet off the ground, 36 inches. And you can see that, you know, I've maintained a little bit of a pathway. Again, this is all ice. And today it's actually pretty nice out. It's supposed to be like into the 40s next week, which is going to help to melt some of this down. And coming out to my woodshed, a little bit of a damage where I had the, I got to fix this up and make this a little better and stronger. So I built this kind of shoddy, but the ice is just crushing this down, and hopefully I can maintain the corrugated stuff because that's expensive. And it was just to keep the rain and snow off the wood, and it worked. I had a full cord of wood there that's all been burnt up this year. This is a full cord of wood. It's actually more than a cord. It's like a cord and a quarter that I store in here, and that was just about a cord. I would say wasn't less than a cord. But I burned all this during the winter, and but I'm not worried about firewood. I got plenty of firewood here. It's March 5th or March 7th, and you know, I'll probably burn a quarter or a third of face of that pile, which is okay. Here's the paving bricks that you can see there where the ice is tapered off, but that's not even. That ground where it goes out there, it's not even. There's a very slight step down with the edge of the paver, and you don't know where it is, but I do, where the edge of the paver and the ground come together. So this is all ice, and I maintain a pathway going out to my woodshed. You know, if Jason watches this, he probably remembers where I was talking about my Starlight Village being back here, and you know, if he can get an appreciation for what this really means. My fence rails are about 24 inches off the ground. I'd say, you know, it's above my knee just a little bit. You know, here we are here, and my knee is down here, so that's above my knee. That's more than 24 inches, and it's melted down considerably, because looking across the other side, I could see the rail showing through there. Couldn't see it before. And just to give you a little bit of perspective, I have a really rather, it's a good size rhododendron right there, that looking kind of shabby right now with this snow all over it. But right in front there, there's a little hump right here. That's a bird feeder under there. And I have a nice daffodil patch under there. And those poor daffodils. My weather station that watches the temperature and wind and rainfall. We really haven't had any rainfall this winter, which is kind of unusual for us. And then this pathway, which is like, it's like it's paved, It's not. It's all ice. That's a solid, I'd say it's about an inch thick of ice. The sides here, like I say, it's come down a little bit, probably come down about 6 inches from where it was. Because the snow melt, it's kind of rounded over the edges. Looks kind of cool. And looking out into the yard from here, the other day we stood out here about 9 o'clock at night, just after the snow. This was on Thursday night, just after the snow, and it was just drop dead gorgeous. It was kind of dark out, but we could still see the snow in the trees. Still a little bit of snow in the trees. I think it looks nice with the snow in the trees. There's not much left in the trees right now, a little bit. It'll all fall out of the trees before the end of the day today. In my garden. And we'll walk down a little bit further. And this is my pathway. This is how I get to my woodshed. And I don't think I could open the door right now. Maybe I can. But let's try opening the door. No, it's all. I got to clear that away from the bottom before I could open it. It's kind of frozen right now. But that's all covered. Oh my goodness, look at the snow on top of there. That's 18 to 24 inches deep. And I store my hardwood in there. It's kind of funny because if you look back here, see if I can point it out to you. There's a little stick sticking out right there. There's actually a small rhododendron bush right in front of that stick. You can't see it. I have a couple of kayaks back here. There's 2 kayaks. There's 16-foot long kayaks that are right there. There really is. Trust me. And normally I would clear out a larger area back here, but for some reason I just was kind of lazy and just cleared out a small area. But this is how I get around to the rest of my wood. I've got a bunch of wood stored up, my bicycles, and you know, just I can get to this stuff. You know, just some paraphernalia here. I won't be using a rototiller anytime soon. And so that's one of my wood storage areas. And I can't get back here either, but I have my my riding lawnmowers. At least you can recognize that there's a riding lawnmower there now. A couple of weeks ago you couldn't see anything other than just a little pile of snow. So it was worse than that. A little birch tree bent over. And some pretty large logs laying on the ground right there. You see my cross brace. And you know, if you can just imagine how you would put wood on a cross brace to cut it, and you can see where the cross brace is there, how deep that snow is right there. This is all of this snow that we're looking at here is at least 36 inches deep. It isn't going to go anywhere fast. My wood piles. Not worried about firewood. I can get to all of it if I need it. You can see the snow packed on top of it. I'll go back up to the house. And again, it's like 32 degrees right now, 33. Snow's falling out of the trees. Before the end of the day with the March sun, there'll be some melting going on. And this is my deck on the back of the house with the stairs. Can't go up there right now, but I've got the pull down stairs in my shop that I can get to. A little view of some of the icicles hanging off the back. They were a lot worse than that. I had some massive ice flows coming down. They've reduced already a little bit. So this is it. This is 2014, 2015 looks like in southeastern Massachusetts.